Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Excuse me. My name is Monique, and I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. I want to do that through consistency and discipline. And today, I'm here to do a very quick video. I'm updating my March calendar, but I'm actually here just to cover my debt update numbers for the month of February, and see where I am as far as that's concerned. So that's what I'm here for. I would like to thank everybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. I truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community overall. So we all have similar goals. We just have different ways of getting there. So if you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell, watch this video, and at the end, if this sounds like content that you would enjoy or find valuable, please feel free to subscribe. So there were quite a few things that I left off of this calendar as far as life things that are happening. I don't know if I'm gonna put a couple of quick stickers on here. Forgot what the word was for a minute, y'all, forgive me. But I'm gonna put a couple of stickers on here really quickly to notate a few things. So this is April. Yeah, we've got a few in here. So because usually Easter or Resurrection Sunday is usually more so in April, in the April time frame. So I think that's where some of my stickers are, and I forgot about them. So we do have Good Friday that we need to have down, and we have Easter that we need to put as well. So let's add Good Friday here. Good Friday is on the 29th. And then Easter is right here. We're going to add that in there too. So Easter is on the 31st. Get that added in here too. Don't know if they have one for Palm Sunday. Don't think I see one. But I do know I'm going to add this don't forget for daylight savings time. Because that was the other thing that I forgot, and I don't know if it's here. Is it on this side? No, it's not on this one for March. All right, so daylight savings time is here on the 10th, so I'm going to get that added there. And then I am starting back up with some meetings that I have on Thursdays. So I am going to be using a bit more gas than I normally have over the last several months. We kick back up these meetings the beginning the week after daylight savings time changes. So starting on the 14th is when these meetings will kick off. So again, that is going to mean a little bit more as far as gas is concerned, but I'll hold off and let's wait on putting those in here until I know for sure that we're going to kick things back up. And I think that that is it. So those are the updates for that. The only check that I had to clear, or bill that I had to clear, was AHS. That cleared out and it's gone. And then that is it for the calendar as far as marking off my bills. So that piece is done. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk through the my budgeting information. So what I like to do is cover two particular items today, and that's my variable expense spending, how I've done with that, and then also my debt update like we talked about before. And I've already written out all of the numbers. I won't have to figure those out to make this a little bit quicker, because I do want to try and keep this video, like I said before, keep my videos around 15 minutes, and I'm trying to make a more concerted effort to do that. So I registered 4 weeks for February, and hey, I still have my February calendar, so I'll just talk about it. It'll be the week of the 4th, the week of the 11th, the 18th, and then the week of the 25th. Although the week of the 25th might have had a couple of extra days from March kind of tagged in, I still consider that more of a week as far as February is concerned. And the way that I run my weeks is if they're more, whatever in that transitional week when we're moving from month to month, whoever has the most days, that's who gets it. So for February, 5 out of the 7 days fell into February, so I counted it as a week in February. All right, so let's add this up. As far as my numbers are concerned, I track 4 categories: groceries, spending, gas, and home. So for groceries, 153, 109, and 119 equals, I spent $484 for the month. Come on, pen. That's not good. Let's go up. $484. You divide that by 4, and I averaged about $121 a week, and I like to give myself between $120 and $130. So I did really well, and I fell in line with what my normal spending would be for that. All right, spending, I had 0 a couple of weeks. Yay for me. 91, don't know what happened there. 49 equals $140 that I spent for the month of February, just in regular spending. If you divide that by 4, that equals $35 every week. And I like to give myself $50 every week. I do not want to change that because I am using some of that money as rollover to help with savings challenges or sinking funds for that next paycheck period if I saved it. And so, but we are still definitely within the budget or the amount that I had as far as my goal is concerned for spending. All right, next is going to be gas. 9 plus 34, 40, and 31 equals $114. You divide that by 4, and that equals $28.50. And that's good. I usually give myself about $40 a week. I got off a little easy because we did not have as many practices. My daughter didn't have as many practices, nor did we have as many events on the weekends that we had to worry about. And so I was able to save a little bit for that one. I am considering, and probably over the summer, I will move my gas down. No, I was going to say I would move my gas down to maybe $30 a week and use that extra 10 someplace else. But we may be traveling a little bit more, so it may do a flip-flop. I actually may need to increase it now that I think through that a little bit more. But for right now, we're tracking okay. I average $28.50 every week, and I like to give myself $40 a week. And then for home, and we're probably right on board with this one, although this one will be changing. And we spent $120 for home, and let's divide that by 4. And that's about $30 a week. So I was giving myself about $30 a week overall, and we tracked kind of right there. But this will be changing. So I've now bumped this up to $40 a week. So I took $10 from groceries and went down from $130 to $120. And then I bumped up home from $30 to $40 because I do have my doggy back now. So dog food, toys, shampoos, those types of things. I needed to add that money here in the home. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. I could have picked up a lot of those things at the grocery stores, but I do find that I find it cheaper than buying it at a grocery store, dog supplies at a grocery store. So I did bump up home instead. So that one is bumped up to $40 now, but for the most of the month of February, it was $30. So I was right on track for that. All right. So total on variable expenses based on the categories that I have, I spent for the month of February $858. And I believe for January, I was a little bit over 1,000. So I am tracking or doing really well as far as my variable expenses are concerned. Okay, next is my finance view. So for the month of February, my bills buffer is at $300. We did not see any change in that amount. That's how much I had at the end of January. That's how much I have at the end of February. Roth IRA was $103, no change there. Public investment went up to $98. That was a $1 increase there. And I still haven't got my numbers for 401k. So these are the last numbers that I had, which showed about $141,000 there in 401k. All right, as far as my debt is concerned, I break up my debt into 3 different categories. Private label, meaning that I can only use it at the business that I have the credit card with. General purpose means I can use them anywhere. And debt installment, which means I'm paying on this debt, but I'm not really going to be able to increase it, or I don't have any money that's available that I could use for them. So when you look at that overall, Best Buy is still at 0. Did not spend any money there. I did buy my daughter an iPad, but I was able to cash flow that instead of having to swipe my card, which was awesome. Rooms to Go is still at 0. Haven't made any purchases there. Kohl's is at $24.76, and I saw a $26 decrease. Now, the reason why I am documenting here how much I actually saw my balance decrease is because I am trying to compare that with the amount of money that I actually paid. So for Kohl's, my payment, minimum payment, which I made, was $86. And the $26 went towards the principal. Everything else went towards interest. And so it just gives you a better view, at least in my opinion. You know, I think about what I paid for it, and that might be a category that I add here, or a column that I add here, what I paid, and then when I actually saw my balance decrease by, because I think that this tells the real story. Discover, I'm on a 0% interest for the money that I have there. The minimum amount due was $60. I paid $150. So I saw a full $150 decrease on that one. Ally is a 0% increase, 0% interest right now as well. I hope that's what I said for Discover too, but it's a 0% interest right now. I paid, the minimum was $27. I paid $27, so I saw my balance decrease by $27. Green Sky, my new balance is $56.43. I made a $90 payment, and I decreased my balance by $43 with that $90 payment. Nelnet A and B. Nelnet A, I paid $20 as the payment on that one. My new balance is $28.46. I saw a $16 decrease. Nelnet B, I paid $60 for that one. As far as my minimum payment is concerned, my new balance is $86.35, and I saw only an $18 decrease for that one. And then Bridgecrest, my new balance is $26,522. I made a $503 payment, and I saw a $291 decrease in my balance. PennyMac, I just leave as is because it is not something that I did make my payment. This is my new balance, $109,883. I'm not necessarily tracking it because from a debt perspective, I don't plan on paying off my house early or trying to tackle that as debt. So let's add up these numbers and see where we are as far as my total balance right now for debt. 3022 436 5643 2846 8635 26522 equals $49,580. And when you subtract that from the $50,172, which is how I ended January, I have decreased my debt by $592. There you go. Alrighty, so not bad. Of course, not as much as I would want to give or contribute towards debt. Once I am finished with this deduction that I'm seeing as far as my pay is concerned, I've talked about it plenty. The 25% deduction that I've seen in my pay, that will be over by the end of May. At that point, I feel like I'll be able to tackle my debt a little bit more and actually put some goals around exactly how much money I want to go towards these. The two things that are going to be the most important for me is to make sure that I finish my 0% interest on these two first, these balances, get rid of those, and then roll that money or do a snowball and roll that money into taking care of Kohl's. And so that's the order of, or the plan that I have around tackling debt to this point. But that is where I am. Total debt now, $49,580. I had $592 that I contributed to debt. Okay. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.